Okay, here we go. Sorry if I sound different, okay? I'm still getting over my sickness, my cold, whatever you want to call it. I was unfortunately sick this entire weekend. Uh, but I am somewhat healthier today, and thank God, because because I really wanted to do this collab with Nochi Studios, and I was really worried. I was like, oh my God, what if I'm not better by like Monday? Which is why I was like frantically like monitoring um my temperature and stuff like that. So when I woke up this morning and it said like, okay, this is gonna be like in freedom units, you know, America. When it said like 98.4, I was like, oh thank God, oh thank God, I don't have a fever anymore. So I've just been trying my best to stay hydrated and not get too tired before the whole thing. So today we'll be playing a moondusk masquerade. I have played one other game. Was it one or was it? I can't remember how many I played, but the one that I vividly remember playing was the one about the mannequins. I forgot the name of it. It's helpful. Ah, hold on. I'll pull it up right now so I can tell you the name of it. It was Plastic Tricky, yeah. Because I was like, wait, what is this? You can romance mannequins? Honestly, we need like a lot more games like that where it's like you romance like basically non-human things, inanimate objects. Because those are always fun. Because then it's always like interesting to think of like all the logistics that you have to like go through to like even have a relationship. But yeah, so I'll be honest, I haven't actually looked at the profiles of these guys because, you know, I wanted to save that for stream and to show my reactions. So why don't we get started with them? Just scoot myself over a little bit. Okay, so first guy we have is, oh no, I'm gonna butcher this, like, no. Alstromeria? If that's wrong, I'm sorry. I've never been good at like pronouncing names, so I'm sorry. Let's see. He is the Grand Magician of Realms. I don't know what that means, but I guess we'll find out. Let's see. His birthday is February 28th. Likes it's a lunar secret. What does that mean? Like, I can understand when people are like, oh, you know, I don't want to tell you what I dislike, but it's like, what do you mean you don't want to tell people what you like? Are you embarrassed? Is that it? Are you embarrassed? Star sign Pisces. And dislikes counterfeit gold. It's a very specific dislike. I mean, I know most dislikes are specific, but it's like, it's not even like it's it's just so specific. It's like bro had like a run-in with like so much counterfeit gold that he's just like, fuck this. I don't like this, and anybody who gives it to me, I will just never like you. I thought it'd be something like, you know, what's the word, simple, like, oh, I don't like the snow because, you know, it's too cold. Alright, so let's look at the little blurb. Powerful and intellectually playful in Flora Fairy, who serves as the court's Grandia Stella and protects the portal between fairies and mortals. Oh. Okay, so we're getting a little bit mythical in here, okay. I mean, I should have figured, considering one of them has like long ears, and I'm gonna assume that's more. I'm looking at like the start screen, that's why. We'll get to the person I'm talking about. Alright. A fairy, huh? Okay, yes, this is the one I was talking about. Basically, the like the long ears and the. Is it a horn? Because it looks more like a twisty branch. Oh, I guess we'll figure it out. So we have. Oh no. Is it Lure? Lure? Oh no. No. Um. Lure. I think I'll go with Lure. Oh, again, apologies if I'm pronouncing this wrong. So he's a mercenary knight. Okay, 25th, and a Taurus. Likes his rose garden. Honestly, good on you. Because taking care of plants is very difficult. Like, I don't even take care of my own bamboo plant, I'm not gonna lie to you. So the fact that he can take care of an entire rose garden is like, wow. He doesn't like pushy suitors. You know what? That's a very valid dislike. But apparently, I'm guessing he gets a lot of suitors. Oh, okay. Let's see. The mercenary. Sorry, I had a brain lag. The mercenary Regulus. Read. Dearest. I know that's not how you pronounce it. I'm so sorry. Uh, Fairy Knight sent to fight the Penumbral beast who doesn't play by the rules and teases about the mortal realm. Oh. So wait, are they coming to the mortal realm? Or are we somehow getting transported to... Well, again, like I said, I'll find out once I actually start the thing. So, let me see. Okay. Okay. See, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, if you know me, you know me. You could probably already tell who I'm gonna pick. But, you know, obviously for those who don't, I am like a sucker for Ikemen with long hair. Now that's not to say that I don't like guys who have shorter hair. That is not to say that. It's just it just somehow becomes a running trend with me. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it's always that. I don't know what it is. Okay, then we have Prince Callan, the High Prince of the Moondusk Court. Let's see. Wait, 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 they have the same birthday? Oh, okay. I feel like this means something. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I'll just leave my guessing for later. Oh, wait. They? Oh, I see. I think this might be a mistake. Yeah, okay, I think it might be. I mean, unless maybe they both have the... Maybe it's the same? I don't know. But let's look at the blurb. The handsome yet brooding high fairy prince who keeps evading marriage by insisting that his heart already belongs to a mysterious suitor. Honestly, I don't blame the guy. It's like, you know, you don't want to get married. You don't want to keep getting pestered by like all these people. It's just like, yeah, you know what? Fudge it. I already have a suitor. So alrighty, let us actually get started. Oh, there it is. Oh, that is loud. Uh-oh. Why is it not showing on my screen? Oh, that's why. And that's why it's not showing. It is actually. Oh god. I keep forgetting I have to like resize my thing back. Alrighty. So, let us start Moondusk Masquerade and figure out what the hell is with these guys. Oh, the start is. Okay, here we go. Start here. Now, as you guys know, whenever I do visual novels, I only ever use one name, and that's Petty. Don't ask why, because like I said, even I don't even know myself the origins that I came up with this for this name, but I've been using it ever since, and I haven't stopped. So, Petty is what it is. Also, I just want to apologize in advance. I may end up like muting a few times, because like I said, I'm still getting over my sickness, so sometimes my nose will run, so apologies. Alright, once upon a time, the fair lunar lands of Celeroon was where all of my favorite storybooks and fairy tales took place. A land where Celestite fairies would gather for glorious balls and rejoice under the moonlight. A realm where enchanting surprises would welcome you in every corridor. Be it the endless crescent cascades or Osbirth delights, or perhaps if you're lucky, even the hand of a handsome fairy prince. There was a time when I believed that I would someday find myself in such a world. A world beyond the rosy fields of Vestum? Vestum? Where I once called home. And now, I wake up every morning in Celeroon, wishing I could reverse my fate. Oh. Oh. Wait, you don't like it here? Oh gosh. Do I want to voice everybody? Because I am just one person. I only have so much lung capacity. You know what? Maybe I won't do the extras, but I will do the unless the guys have voice acting. I don't know. Because yeah, again, I only have so much, not lung capacity. Like, what's the word? Oh god. See, this always happens. I can't think of words. Okay, I think it's basically I can only read so much before my throat starts getting tired, and you could hear me like losing my voice. So I'll just leave my voicing for like the important people. Oh, is this like okay, I just like just this conversation here though, it's just reminding me of like Cinderella a little bit. This is my life now, a life of servitude in the court of Moondusk. The fairies here say that I should be grateful for having been spared and taken in instead of being banished back to Vestum after the Chroma Wars. It all happened when I was just a child with nowhere left to call home, and all because my fellow mortals had tried to conquer the forbidden realm of the lunar fairies. Ah yes, human greed. Don't we just love it? In the process, the mortals even led the extinction of umbral fairies. Ooh. Needless to say, the fairies were the clear victor in that war. So wait, are all humans gone? Or what? With their shrill voices and pattering across every room, I have no choice but to figure out which of my foster sisters to attend to first. Choosing either of them first is always going to be the wrong answer, but here goes nothing. I brought the needle and thread, Briar. Which part of the hem needs mending? Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. No matter how many times I stare at that hem, all I see is my delicate needlework along a perfectly scalped edge. Okay. Are we looking at the same spot? Because I don't see any... what? Okay. Oh, jeez. I can't stand people like this. Where they like... there's obviously no problem, but they want to make a problem out of something. How annoying. If only Lady Dora would stop clenching her purse as usual. But I've lived long enough with the Opastories? I think that might be right, Opastories, to know that'd be the real fairy tale. So she's a penny pincher. I mean, I understand, you know? Where I go to a tailor, if you have somebody who could, like, do the work for you for free. What is going on with Twitch? Why do I keep disconnecting from the chat? Clad in crinkled satin. Satan. Sorry. I think my brain is still fried from yesterday. In crinkled satin, Anemone comes crunching in and yanks me by the arm. Did you check under the bed? There's where the ruby slippers were last time. Oh my god. You can't... Sorry, I'm just getting really annoyed right now. They start squabbling. Oh goodness. I mean, true. Set aside your differences so you know you both can get there on time and get your chance with the prince. Oh no. Oh my god, here they go again. They can't even go like... Not even like 5, like 3 seconds without like bickering. Oh goodness. Yes, ma'am? With a sharp breath, Lady Rodora points at me. I know I should be afraid of what's to come, but surely it's nothing I have seen before from my so-called foster mother. That is, if she even cares to call herself that anymore. Yes, Mom. Yes, Mom, I understand, yeah. Really? You think so? It's alright, I didn't want to go anyway. Let's see. We want to pick. You know what? No. This is clearly obvious that nobody in this family gives a damn about me. So you know what? I'll find my own invitation someday. Well, perhaps I'll find my own invitation someday. Let me see. What do you mean making this about myself? Yo! She does not understand that phrase if she's saying that about me. She has like 2 daughters. We're doing exactly that thing. Maybe I do. You ever think about that? One would reasonably miss anywhere they once had pleasant memories in. Neglectful family. Stop calling the kettle black? You've made your point, my lady. I don't need the memories. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, so there are more people. Wait, no, that's not what I said. No, wait, no, I think that does answer my question. If everybody was wiped out. So no, not everybody. Okay. But it makes me wonder just how many did survive, actually. They won't be back till morning? Damn. Yes. Freshly plucked. Okay. But that Lady Rodora dons her plumed mask and struts out the door. As soon as the carriage disappears, I finally come to my senses. Freshly plucked, as if I didn't pluck milkberries yesterday. Holding my tongue, I pick up my basket and march straight to the garden. Milkberries. Why milkberries? I really hope this time I don't get stung again. I cautiously approach the capricious little sapling in the corner. It already seems to know why I'm back again. As always, it starts coiling into a spiral and shakes its bulb like a rattlesnake. Oh no, not today. Although, if I'm being honest, you'd be the least venomous creature I've had to deal with this evening. You know what? Honestly, that's so true. Honestly, I don't know how this MC is able to put up with it. I'm not gonna lie. I would have like cussed them out and left somewhere. Just be like, yeah, you know, I may not have anywhere to go, but at least I'm not there. Setting my basket aside, I kneel down to figure out my proper angle of attack. When it comes to celestial flora and fauna, the rule is to assume that everything is looking for the chance to outwit you. It's actually pretty, the tip. Or rather, to mainly outwit mortals. Let's see, I suppose I could try the calyx this time. The sapling is already shaking its head at me, but it knows I won't give in easily. As I reach in, I notice something sparkling from the moonstone blossoms nearby. Oh? What's happening over there? To the sapling's relief, I head towards the delicate light where a crystal envelope. I can read, I swear. Rests on the blossom's luminary petals. It is an envelope of some kind, but for whom? I can't tell what it's made of, but the paper keeps catching the moonlight just like the blossoms. Who is this? Did somebody just snuck into like the goddamn garden? Honestly, I'm not quite sure. Oh. I stopped at once, but I don't see anyone else in the garden. Where did that voice come from just now? Oh, wait, it's the paper itself? Ooh, wait, that's actually kind of cool. Down by the door? Beside me, the largest moonstone blossom unravels its leaf on my hand. Oh, my invitation? Where? Brother, are you sure about that? You sure you didn't get the wrong person? I keep waiting for someone to come out of the bushes, but there's no one here but me, and one very loquacious flower. I mean, yeah. Well, what gave it away? Special and fortuitous? The 3 potential suitors. Oof. 3 chances to lose yourself in those midnights is quite a sentence. Those brooding eyes, you mean? I've seen anemone and briar sketches of him hidden under their pillow. Excuse me? They just... Okay. I mean, look. I can't act like I'm holier than thou. Like I wouldn't have a picture of my favorite husbando hanging on my wall. Underneath the pillow was like a new step. Ooh, who's a special guest? The flower keeps gleefully pushing the letter towards me, its petals rustling under the shimmering moonlight. It's my time. I'm pretty sure this is a mistake, sir. You've got the wrong person. Well, yeah, that is me. Right, more or less, but I'm also you know... I'm also under the impression that guests like me aren't allowed to attend. Or has that rule since changed? You know what? Fair enough. True, what they don't know won't hurt them. I never realized that the fairies had also waged war with their very own flora. A tale for another day, oh my god. I mean, listen. I got all night. Ready to listen. As much as I'd like that, I don't have much of anything, let alone for a ball. Unless you consider a basket a respectable accessory. I mean, hey, it could be a haute couture. Oh no, but excuses is all I have. Won't that kill you? Eh? And before I know it, the second I give my offering to the moon, then silver wisps start binding onto my clothes. A euphoric light soon overtakes me, adorning me in a silhouette made of stars and tiny moonstone blossoms. Uh-oh. It's not until the flower gives a delightful laugh that a glittering mask graces my face and seals my fairy disguise. Wow, how nice. How is this all possible? I've known of celestite magic since I was brought here, but the Oberstaries have never been capable of something like this before. If you're the messenger, then who sent you here? But I feel like I should know though. Cause like, what if this is like an elaborate prank, man? I mean, if you say so. As the flower playfully laughs, I spot a floral carriage already waiting for me in front of the manor. For all the times I wished upon the moon to change my miserable fate, is this really how it's finally sending its miracle out to me? Will it really come down to a flower, a mask, and a single night to unravel my destiny under the moon? Even before the carriage comes to a stop, the first glimpse ahead of the decadent spires of... oh, here we go. Astrelios? I'm going to hope that's how you pronounce it. Astrelios? Leave me speechless. For years, I've grown up listening to Briar and Anemone gush about the royal family's palace. Eventually, the topic would always lead back to Prince Callan's enormous S. Of course, he has his enormous assets. Although they'd often bicker about which ones. I mean, doesn't matter. They're enormous no matter how you look at it, I guess. But now that I'm finally here, I'm realizing that their tails pale in comparison to the majesty before me. I step out of the carriage as masked guests show their invitations to the guards at the door. Not taking chances, I wait until they're busy with another family for me to glide past them and head for the silver stairs inside. At once, I'm welcomed into a world of twinkling gowns and heaven-whisked masks. Their glorious facades bear no hint of class, nor sensibilities, even for that matter. As I can barely tell whether the boisterous mothers who are pushing their offspring to go fill their dancing carts are either peasants or nobles. I'm starting to see a pattern between the Oberstaries and the other noble families of this court. However, they're still considered tiers away from the highest class in attendance tonight. I make the mistake of turning around right as a guard spots me from the staircase. Yes, of course. Nothing can ever just go right. Oh no, surely he knows. Despite my fairy disguise, I don't waste time searching past the crowd for a corner to hide. The guard picks up the guard picks up his pace, refusing to lose sight of me. My invitation, it's it's at home. Completely forgot about it. Alrighty. Argento, what has the court told you about scaring our special guests? Yes, absolutely. Well, go on and return to your post then. With her regal cape swishing behind her. Oh. My apologies. I did not know. Okay. Well, where did I leave off? I'll just start over. With her regal cape swishing behind her, the masked magician gracefully offers me her arm. Come along. I've been wondering when you'd arrive. I was even starting to get a little worried if you'd lost your way. You've been expecting me? Well, it appears that you're my guest now, aren't you? As the Grandia Stella of this court, I was indeed told that I could invite whomever I desired. Funny how that works, isn't it? Chuckling to herself, Alstromeria sneaks a glance at Argento. Once the guard finally turns away, she drapes some of her cape down my back as we walk together. It's always so amusing when he knows he has to give up. As you see, there's nothing fearsome about Argento. You simply have to give him your most affirmative voice, and he'll assume anything you say has come from His Majesty's orders. Or mine. It's amusing watching the expression he makes. Although yours is quite a sight as well. Why so surprised, my dear guest? Or dearest guest? What do I wanna ask? So, I don't know, I just have this feeling that it's not... Oh god. Alstromeria. But I also don't want to be too... You know what? Yeah, we'll just go with this one. Shouldn't you be returning to the royal family? Oh? And why would that be? Well, I assume you have obligations to attend to as the court's magician. You know, that's the thing you do. Well, I happen to think that you're quite a central part of this marvelous evening. There I was, wondering whether I should add more starry decor on the walls just to pass the time. And then you arrived, brighter than all the stars combined. The nimbus above might call such an instance as fate, you know. So my fate now is to become the grandiose Stella's distraction? Surely you don't think I'll be letting you call me that all night? It makes me sound so unamusing, and not at all like me. Why don't you just call me Maria? That way, you can say my name 3 times as much in a single breath. Well then, we should make haste. I'm sure that Calon would appreciate the introduction. Wait, you don't mean the Prince Calon, do you? Well, of course. There's only one Calon in this region, and he's currently off in a corner severely lacking in stimulation. Somebody needs to get that prince to see the light, and I decree that it should be you. Am I dreaming? I couldn't possibly have heard Maria say that I'm going to be the one to save his night. As we cross deeper into the crowd of masked fairies, our world only becomes more surreal. Surely this must be one feverish dream. Honestly, I wouldn't blame you for thinking that. Like, what the... Like, maybe I ate something bad? Otherwise, how am I supposed to believe that Prince Calon will spare me a greeting tonight, let alone a conversation? And then what? Will he suddenly get down on one knee and propose to a mortal maid before his judgmental court? This judgmental. I can't help wonder if the Obastaris would set this up for their own cruel amusement. While offering smiles to the other guests, Maria soon leads me to a corner swathed in silk curtains and marble pillars. My eyes first wander to the kingly fairy masked in gold, and his ethereal queen as a servant offers them each a chalice. And brooding beside them, in the midnight cloak is... That's really Prince Calon. Now I'm certain that this is a dream. Why only a dream? A magician's senses never lie, and I've never been wrong when it comes to reading between the lines. Before we go any further, Maria gracefully takes it upon herself to straighten my outfit. All you need to know about addressing His Majesty is one simple rule. You must never assume that you'll have the last word. When it comes to Calon, however, perhaps you could tempt his mood a little. Let's see. What would make you tempt fate? Well, I don't mind a little temptation every now and then. But being the kind of fairy I am is both a blessing and a curse. As a magician blessed by the flower clock in the heavens, I know too much to ever be surprised, and too little to ever be wholly satisfied. Then again, Maria gently brushes a stray lock of my hair back and thumbs at my earring until it catches light. I ought to be telling you to set your sights on someone grander, but that smile might turn me a little selfish someday. If such a thing were to ever happen, then I'd be asking for a delicious sort of danger now, wouldn't I? Maria finishes off by gently repositioning the pearls that are hanging on the mask. There, now you look perfect. Perfect for whatever destiny awaits you. With the wave of Maria's hand, the servants welcome us into the private royal circle. I want to trust Maria that this isn't a dream, but how can someone explain being in King Callus and Queen Calmines? Presents like this. I'm so sorry. 1 second though. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Well aware that not just anyone is able to meet them. Even the Opistores have never shared anything more than a brief greeting before. Spotting us, the king and queen beckons us with matching mysterious smiles. Oh, she thinks I'm lovely, thank you. All but Callan share a chuckle as he guarded the sirens. Sorry. Again, it's summertime. I gotta have the windows open so I don't die of heat stroke. Okay, let's do that again. All but Callan share a chuckle as he leans against the pillar. Imagine to my surprise when I found out that our beautiful guest is also an absolute delight. As a matter of fact, I believe our guest here might have a thing or two in common with a certain son of yours. Ooh, I don't know about that. With a husky sigh, Callan finally pulls away from the pillar to face me. The moment his eyes soften, I almost forget to breathe. I will try my best to do my best guy voice. Would you like to dance? Even before I've taken a step, Maria prods me toward him. Yes, of course I'd like to share a dance with you, Your Highness. Apologies for forgetting my formalities. I don't mind, neither do my parents. If you can believe such a thing. Really? I mean, sure. You know what? She's not wrong though. Literally anything could happen. Mother, please. Callan is quick to offer me his arm and lead me out of their circle before anything else could be said. Before leaving, I spot Maria taking a seat beside the queen and helping herself to a chalice. Something tells me that they'll be toasting once we're out of sight. Everything is happening so fast, especially to have this moment here, right now, with Prince Callan. All the celestial lights and ornaments inside the palace are sights to behold. The gardens are the true wonders of this sparkling night. We should be safe here from wandering eyes for now, or rather, my mother's. And perhaps Maria, although she's not at all like the rest of us. How so, Your Highness? Some of us wear our mask for one night only. Others wear theirs all the time. They might as well be etched into their faces. However, I doubt this is the conversation you've been waiting to have with me all night. Besides, Callan offers me his hand. I promised you a dance, didn't I? Reaching forth, I let Callan guide me into a slow waltz under the flower arches. So, you're a friend of Maria's, are you? Is that all I'm going to wind up knowing about you tonight? Well, what more would you like to know? How about the fact that I can tell you've never danced with another before? Since we've started, you've been hesitating on letting me lead. Don't tell me that this is really your first time. What would you say if it was, Your Highness? If it is, then I'd say you have more courage than I do in that aspect. In spite of the many lessons my parents have put me through, I don't think I can dance half as well as what my dance partners claim. The only thing I'm grateful about from all those lessons is that it means I can teach you. Now, let me be the one to lead. He's so commanding, but there's a softness in him that's coming through. And no matter what he says, he seems to be a skilled dancer. One would have to be to guide me into such a spin. See what happens when you let me lead? Although I should admit, you have a keen sense of timing. Maybe better than I do. You don't have to flatter me, Your Highness. I'm well aware that I have much to learn about dancing and this court in general. So that's why I haven't seen you before. Tell me, are you from the Sunbloom Court then? Or are you from Serenville? Wouldn't that be something I share with you another day? Cause you know, wasn't prepared to tell my whole life story. As the Queen said, perhaps tonight is the night where I could pretend to be one from your court. And you never know! Or, you could also just let me guess if you won't tell me. Between you and me, I can be quite impatient for the truth. Oh no. Oh, please don't find out that I'm actually immortal. Is that all you're impatient for, Your Highness? Callan stops our waltz. The Lunarian roses have stopped rustling around us, as if waiting to listen for his next words. Contrary to what this court says, I'm not here to make betrothal promises to anybody. What else was I expecting him to say? Even I know that'd be asking for too much too fast. Since the war, it seems like everyone's been waiting for some new beacon of hope or change. But instead of asking me on my plans to protect this court, they'd rather ask me about who I'm going to marry. What if marriage has always been the last thing on my mind? Let's see. Consider my choice. Did not expect that to be one of the choices. You know what? Let's go with that one. And you think that's what I really want? As if my life isn't complicated enough already. You think I'd want to carelessly pursue anything in sight? That'd certainly be more a punishment than an answer to pleasure. I don't even want to imagine the gossip coming out of this court if I was so reckless. I would have assumed that royals have the means to hide their indiscretions. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, me too. It's like, you hear so much about how like um back in the day royals and whatnot got away with like a lot of stuff. But I guess, you know, in reality, no matter who you are, whatever you do will come to light. uh, it's just a matter of when, not if. Even then, I could hide them. Even if I could hide them, these acts still tear into the soul, which is true. Besides, I have no trouble saying if I ever desired another. Also, hi, Gar! Oh, I didn't see that. I'm so sorry, Gar. Hold on. I'll do my stretch. Oh, okay. Let me get it, actually. Wait. Hold on. Cause, that's cute. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'll say it when I finish stretching. Arr! Oh, wow. How was that supposed to happen? Okay, so before I answer your question, Gar, before I do that, I just wanted to say, I will not reluctantly do stretches anymore because I forgot who like reposted it or something, but essentially, actually, did I send it to somebody? I did. I did send it to somebody. Oh, sorry. Sorry if you heard that. That's my mistake. Let me find it. Sorry to derail the stream, but so I think it was somebody's manager, and they suggested that, you know, people who are streaming exercise, you know, like take a break and like do a stretch or something. Cause where is it? They said doing like, you know, some stretches could save you from debilitating back pain. Uh, so yeah. And it says if you spend a long time sitting, your core and glutes will weaken, which can cause issues with spinal support. So, I would like to avoid that. Because I would like to, you know, stream for a long time. And I can't do that if I have back pain. So, letting you guys know now, I will no longer reluctantly do stretches. But is the game any good? So I had to grow over it, so... Oop. I was interested. Unfortunately, sorry, I'm trying to think of my words. I'm only allowed to stream up to a certain point. So basically before you branch off into like the roots. So I can't exactly tell you what the roots are like. But what I've experienced up until now seems pretty good though. It's kind of like it's like Cinderella, but like fairy style, if that makes sense. Because it's like started off with, you know, you're in a family that basically doesn't care about you, because I mean they have a good reason to, kind of, but still kind of sucks. And then basically you get invited to the ball, which is where we are now. But yeah, ads will be starting in a minute for those on Twitch. 1 second though, gotta blow my nose again. But yeah, like I said, it just basically starts off a little bit like Cinderella. The whole um, wanting to go to the ball and stuff like that. I also don't know why my chat is not working. Like I can see it on my end, but like it's not showing up on the stream. Don't know why. Oh well. Oh, I don't even know if I like read that. Hold on, did I read that? I don't think I did. Okay, let me read that real quick. But to act upon it, I need them to feel that same burning desire in my veins as I do for them. I have to need them just as I need the moon to bestow its light and darkness upon me. In that case, perhaps I've misjudged you. Perhaps if more creatures could ever experience such a wondrous thing, they'd realize the real magic they're capable of. Does this mean that you've experienced such a feeling already? With someone else? Maybe. What's it to you? Let me not get so hostile. I told myself earlier that I wouldn't ask for your name. But if I can't get your name tonight, what else can you give me instead? Will you at least tell me why you feel so familiar and yet realms apart from me? Well, I don't think I could tell you. Perhaps it's because we've both been looking for something new to believe in. Something to tell us that there's a better path ahead. Otherwise, will either of us ever be satisfied with staying as prisoners of our own lives? Dang. Alright. She out here dropping bars. Who are you? Prince Callan's fingers tilt me to him before gently brushing up to my mask. Oh, don't do that. I can feel his fingers latching onto my mask, ready to peel it away from me. That will change everything. Huh? Maybe. Okay. Suddenly, a dark aura soars into the night skies and shrouds the moon in an eclipse. At once, Callan pulls me into his grasp as we watch a dark mist sprawl towards the castle spires. Stay close to me. I didn't think the beast would come tonight. Oh. Oh, we get to meet the beast? Ooh. The beast? The prenumbral beast. Back when the mortals of Vestum tried to return through Astradia, sorry, I had a brain fart, portal after seizing our magic, their souls were caught in limbo, then torn apart from them. Those shadows up there are all that remain, and so the beast waits for nights like these to wreak its havoc upon the castle. Only the castle? If we don't stop it, it could very well try to attack the villages next. I suspect my parents and the guests have noticed it by now. At the first chance we have, we should start the incantations ourselves, and then I'll take you back to the ballroom myself. What incantations? How do you not know your elemental rights? Because I'm not a fairy, goddammit. As Callan looks at me, Maria comes rushing out the doors with the king and queen in tow. Soon, masked fairies come out from all sides of the castle. It sure has. No. Why, Lur? Lur? Oh, I really wish I knew how to pronounce his name. I'm already going to commence the rites myself. I'll be finished by the time he joins, if he even does. We have plenty of other guests should we need them to help us craft a shield. With the other Celestites rushing into the garden, I'm beginning to lose sight of Callan. One by one, they're quick to reveal their majestic wings and some of the moonlight at their fingertips. Ooh. Better run, girl. Dude, person, whoever you are. Oh god. I hate this. I hate post sickness. I realize that it's only a matter of time before Callan expects me to summon a light that I can't possess. While not all fairies have as strong of affinity for the moon as Celestites, they can all still make contact with it. Only mortals can't, no matter how hard we wish or try. Surely once this creature is gone, Callan will want an explanation from me. If he doesn't, then there's no doubt that the king and queen will have a punishment ready for me for not participating in the rites. Callan is so far away from me now, as he leads the knights and guests in conjuring an aural shield over the castle. Somewhere in the crowd, Maria must be using her powers too. I want nothing more than to go back to Maria, just to say goodbye before disappearing. All of a sudden, a gloved hand pulls me and drags me away from sight. Oh no. Stop! Let go of me! Okay. How do I want to do this first? I'm trying to think of like, how do I want to do this? And what? Let you ruin your precious disguise. Where did my voice go? I can tell you put a lot of effort into it, but it's not enough to get past me. Whoever you bartered with is clearly skilled in the finest of magic. Realizing we're far away from everyone, I take a good look at him as he calmly smooths out his cloak. That brooch on your belt, is that a royal seal? My gods, no. It's the seal of an honorary guest of the court. I'm no prince, but I'll surely be your knight. I'm suddenly recalling the king's words to Callan. Are you Sir... Or wait, you can't be if he's out helping Prince Callan. Oh, I will help him shortly. I just have something far more pressing to attend to than the usual phantasm of the night. Callan did say that this penumbral beast has been invading often. Is that why you've come all this way to the moondusk court? If you keep asking the wrong questions, you're only going to reveal your secret. As it is, you haven't been doing a decent job at hiding your immortal aura from me. What more do you know about me? Not quite enough to satisfy my curiosity yet. And from what I'm gazing upon right now, I've got quite the lovely enigma in my grasp. Aren't you an enigma yourself? I might be, but I don't intend on keeping it that way for very long between us. Although, you ought to thank me now. Had you stayed any longer dangling at the prince's side, you would have given yourself away. To begin with, what kind of fairy would not know their own rights? And most importantly, do you really believe that a beauty like you can show up and claim to be from another court so easily? Was he listening to my conversation with Callan earlier? Oh my god, was he stalking me? Hey, I don't mind, but... Perhaps it might take the prince some time to figure it out. Maria, on the other hand, that one you better watch out for. She knows too much, even when she says she doesn't know anything. And now here we are, my beautiful Agnes. You know what? Why don't we? Why don't we clap back? Look at you, scoundrel. Am I only a scoundrel because I've caught on to your act? I would think that'd make me someone you'd want to keep an eye on. And I would gladly stay still for you if you wanted to take your time unraveling me. Thread by thread, button by button. I'll give you as much time as you need. What kind of knight of the court are you, really? The kind who will be bound to himself. It's for good reason, mind you. If you haven't noticed yet, even the nobility here pretend to be oblivious to their own wealth and privilege. Just imagine the other things they might be so careless about. And yet, they're so quick to lay blame on mortals. Isn't it strange to you, my beauty? Let me tell you something that you ought to have known before setting foot here tonight. If there are any mortals left in these lands, they certainly wouldn't be able to find their way into this palace, not even as servants. Every sound around this castle makes you flinch right now, doesn't it? You can hear the crackling outside as they fend off the penumbral beast. Mark my words, that monster will keep coming back for as long as it needs to claim its retribution. What does that monster really want from this place? I might just tell you more the next time we meet. Why not now? It seems dangerous to wait. What's more dangerous is you being here before the masquerade resumes again. Once the ball resumes, no mask will be able to protect you and your secrets. If you truly want to know more, then leave now, or you might not be able to see tomorrow. Trust me on this, even if it's just for this one time. I wish I had more time to think, but I do hear bursts of loud sounds followed by a fluttering chorus of wings. Soon I'll hear footsteps once everyone makes their way back into the castle, and then go while there's still moonlight. For fate would have it, my short time as a disguised celestite has finally come to an end. I can't remember the last time I've run this fast without stopping. Perhaps it was once through the wildflowers of Vestum, but it definitely was not it definitely was not while wearing a ball gown that slowly fades into stardust. There we go. I got it. By the time I reach the manor's garden, my heart hasn't stopped pounding. All I can do is rest among the moonstone blossoms as my mask finally fades away. Now I feel even more like I don't belong here at the Oberstory house. But how could I ever find my way back into that palace? Back to a place where the magician welcomes me into her circle, or where the roguish knight would rather tease me than slay the beast. Honestly. You know what? I honestly don't blame him for that, though. Like, teasing a mortal about their poorly made disguise sounds more fun than trying to slay a beast, honestly. That's just me. Or back to a place where the prince is resisting his deepest desires to fall in love. After knowing such a place exists, how is one supposed to return to this mundane life of a maid? Is that not the world those tales spoken of before the war divided my kind and theirs? Taking in the night wind, I hear a soft rustling nearby. I look down to the lunarian rose below, and see another crystal envelope. Another letter. Alright, pausing real quick. Oh, goodness. Okay, another letter. Opening it, my heart starts to beat fast again. Your beauty may be something to behold, but it is your courage which has enchanted my heart tonight. In your celestial wake, you've left a lingering mystery upon my very soul. While you left before I could have seen under your mask, I desire another chance to lay claim to your precious spirit. What the hell? Hold on. What? For in 3 masquerades' time, the king will announce his heirs soon to wed. And if you truly believe in destiny, then you must make your glorious return to set this magic in motion. Only then will you part through the veils of this court in all its love and lies. And, most importantly, you will discover who seeks to capture your heart with words of passion in both ink and whispers. So tell me, my starlit wonder, will you meet me again at the next moonlight masquerade? Sorry, I was making sure that, we haven't navigated onto the roots paths. Heading home from running errands in the village all day, I can't help but notice the castle grounds and think back to that magical night. It was a night full of wonder, mystery, and endless possibilities. I know I should keep walking, but I find myself stopping to enjoy the sight. I think they said, it would let me know. Let me just double check. Because again, I don't wanna... Ugh. It's warm. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Sorry, I can barely. Okay. So basically there's a splash screen. Good to know. Because... Okay. Before taking another step, a familiar crimson beauty catches my eye from a distance. Wait, I recognize those flowers. Those aren't native to Celarune. I didn't think they'd be here considering how most fairies find them ordinary. Unlike the other flowers around, I remember seeing these ones while growing up in Vista, at least from what I can remember of those painted fields. But this kind, they used to grow wildly in the bushes outside my family's cottage. Mother used to bring a bouquet of them inside so that our home would always smell fresh and sweet on those dewy mornings. If I had known that such flowers were also growing in Celarune, I surely would have tried asking his lordship and lady to let me keep some in my room. And again, why would this royal family be keeping them in the first place? It's because they don't glow in the moonlight doesn't make them any less extraordinary. After all, a rose is still a rose, no matter from which land they're from, isn't that right? If only I could let this one grace my bedside table right beside my books. I'd like to get a closer look at the petals in full bloom. Even if someone notices me, how would they know if I'm not supposed to be here? Most of them don't know that I was among them that fateful night. They wouldn't understand what this rose could mean for someone like me, especially since they made it clear that I don't belong here. I reached down searching for the most beautiful rose. Do I take this one or this one? Just pick one! It doesn't matter. Like, it's a flower at the end of the day. Just pick one. Shall I take this one with the... Just as I'm about to claim the most velvety rose, a deep voice rumbles from behind me. You'll be taking none of them. I clutch my basket. In a swift move, Prince Callan catches me by the hand and raises it high between us. Please, your highness, wait. Wait for what? For you to steal what's mine. At least let me explain. No, you listen to me. As Callan yanks me toward him. I land on his chest with a thud. Thank goodness you're at least warm. Oh man. I mean, sure. Why not? I thank him for being warm, I guess. Thank goodness you're at least warm. Warm? Callan pushes me back by the shoulders. Why would you think I'd be willing to offer such a thing to a thief like you? I simply wasn't expecting your touch to be so warm for someone trying to be so cold. Once my words dawn on him, Callan completely releases me from his grasp. As much trouble as I may be in right now, those seconds I just spent in his arms might be worth the punishment. Damn, are we down bad already? When else would I ever get a chance like this? Do you seriously think this is all a game? This is far from a social call, you know. I do know, but... Wait, come here. Before I could ask, Callan gruffly pulls me out of the shadows until the moonlight casts upon my face. You're... Yes, I am. For a moment, his eyes seemed to recognize me before they flashed back to their familiar coldness. You're not who I thought you were. I suppose you can't be anybody else but a thief anyway. A thief out to steal my roses and my embrace, apparently. Might as well include wanting to steal glances from you, Your Highness. I have no time for silly games. None of this changes my mind about you. If I were who you thought I was, would you be saying the same thing? I can assure you that the person I thought you were would have known better than to cross into my territory. Who do you serve, anyway? I know you just came from the village markets. I was on my way back to the Opistari house, Your Highness. You must be a new one, then. I don't remember seeing you there the last time I paid a visit to Lord Olthorn, though it's been a while since I've been ordered to. Considering I've served his family, for a while now, I was likely there, perhaps tending to the rooms upstairs. Unless you were privately invited last time by one of his daughters. Absolutely not. I don't call upon just anybody. If you must know, I'm still trying to understand how a servant like you could have such a lapse in judgment. You can just come out and say it then. It's not like you'd be the first in these lands to say it to my face, although you might be the first of the royal family to do so. Fine. Nobody expects mortals here to be anything but heartless or mindless. Instead of knowing your place and keeping your hands to yourself, you mortals think you can claim whatever you want. Claim what you want whenever you want. Had it been for such false ambitions, the criminal wars wouldn't have put such a strain on our lands in the first place. I can only assume that you're simply one of the many captives that we chose to spare. And this is how you repay us. But I have been repaying you all, every day and night with my life. Clearly you haven't been paying enough. Then perhaps I'm simply guilty of the same passion you seem to share for your roses, Your Highness. Would you really consider such feelings a crime? Before he can answer, we both hear the sound of footsteps marching in the silence. In the distance. The guards have probably caught wind of my trespassing. It's either that or the prince's parents can't stand losing sight of him for a minute. Was I about to say a minute? A minute. They're likely checking the southern courtyard first. Then they'll start coming this way. Do you think you're fast enough to escape them? Watch me. Unless you let me go, then I'd have no other choice but to find out. So, will there ever be a scenario where you accept the consequences of trespassing? No. Considering your temper, I believe I've received my punishment already. That said, I would do this all over again for a chance at a rose that reminds me of my homeland. As I prepare to turn around and plan my escape, Callan doesn't waste time yanking me toward him again. Where do you think you're going? We aren't finished here. What is it going to take to keep you away from what's mine? Let's see. Kiss of mercy. Oh, what does that mean? Give me a taste of your mercy. I guess we could say what I truly do, which is one of the roses, right? Perhaps you could give me what I truly want. Backing towards the bushes, I can't help but run my hands gently along each rose's petals. This is my last chance at freedom, and I at least want to remember how precious these flowers feel just as they did back in Vestum. And that's even if my innocent gesture manages to stir something other than ire from the prince. Do you really think you can still get your way? You can't really part with a single rose? Not even one? I thought fairies wouldn't find such ordinary roses worth safekeeping anyway. That's exactly why I chose to keep them. But why? It's not like I haven't been ordered to weed out common dandelions from the Oberstari's garden before. Oberstari's garden. Just because most of my kind doesn't care for Vestum plants doesn't mean we're all the same. You see those gorgeous petals? Those calyxes? Perhaps they don't resemble anything like the roses native to our lands, but they clearly harbor an earthly and resilient beauty all of their own. It's a beauty I don't expect just anybody to understand. If only the rest of the court could hear you say such things. But it's just us right now, isn't it? Crossing his arms, Callan rests against the tree to listen for the guards just beyond the gate. He keeps watching me, waiting for my desperation to send me fleeing from his sight. Like a flower to the sun, I turn to him instead. Why am I starting to think that you're here for something other than a rose? Well, I wouldn't say that. With the footsteps growing louder, Alan stops in his tracks. Get behind me, now. But Your Highness, didn't you just say? Get behind me now. The guards are sprinting this way, desperate to find their intruder. Just before they emerge from the mists, Callan presses me to his back with a hand tight on mine. There you are, Your Highness. Oh, wait. No, that's extra. Seen who? Is there a chance that it was all just some town scoundrel or careless peasant like last time? As it is, they're always playing games and tossing sticks into my rose garden. I wonder if it's too late for that. I mean, it's valid though. Nothing. Nothing that would aid your efforts, I suppose. Holding me in place, Callan turns his body just enough for the guards to cast a glance at the unassuming bushes. I think you'll find that there's no one here but me. If there were, you'd best know I would have taken care of them myself. That is, unless you and your men dare to question my capabilities. Oh god. Well, if anyone's still here, I'm sure they're trying to hide near the southern what am I saying? Grounds. Go make sure that they stay away from my mother's lunaria roses in the chapel, will you? To the chapel! Both Callan and I wait silently for the guards to storm off in a line. Even when they're all but a speck near the Queen's Glade, Callan remains on his guard. That should keep them busy. As Callan finally lets go, he plucks the rose closest to me and hovers it between us. Give me a reason not to regret my act of mercy. I think you mean your act of generosity, Your Highness. If you find this to be generous, then you still have more to learn about. As I reach for Callan's hand, this rose becomes our sole witness to this forbidden exchange. For a moment, I wait for him to pull the rose away, but instead he lets the rose fall into my apron. No, onto my apron. God dang it. I finally have my rose. But it isn't yours. No matter what you do, this rose can never be truly yours, because it will always be mine. Just like every other rose in this garden. Oh, another letter. Alright, let's read. While the mortals may say that our fortunes must have smiled upon us that very night, those blessed by the moon know which celestial forces are truly at work to bring you here to me. I can only imagine how long you've been gazing upon this world as if these crystal doors would never open for you. But fear not, for I will not only be the one to open them, but I will be there at the gate to offer you my hand. I spend time describing the majesties I could show you once I take you on this flight, when we can discover them one quill at a time. Ooh. Ooh. Let's continue. I should probably tear this letter before somebody finds out. I might have to take like a break soon. Been a lot of reading. And yes, I have been hydrating throughout the entire time. But, you know, just a moment to relax my throat. With the next masquerade ball quickly approaching, I have been tasked to help my foster sisters prepare for it. As per usual, they insist they know exactly which mask and outfit they're going to wear for the next ball, only to completely change their minds at the last second. Now here I am, trying to pick up a rush order of masks to match their new swan-inspired ensembles. This is all thanks to that salacious new novel that's been taking over the tea time chatter across town. Now everybody seems to fancy themselves as shape-shifting swan maidens who can turn even the most savage of hunters into devoted protectors of the forest. I'm sure that'll be the theme for everyone's outfits for the next ball. Crossing the markets, I make my way to the string of shops that every aspiring swan has been visiting lately. There's a shop here for everything. One for flowers, ribbons, the tailors for and for millinery? Oh, wait, 1 second. Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm gonna make it to killer chat with all this sneezing. Oh man. And for millinery, and a feather shop that is suspiciously quite popular at the moment. And finally, there's the mask shop right around the corner. Arriving at the shop, I noticed their delivery carriages are all gone. The shop must be in a frenzy with so many orders for the masquerade. If masks aren't being delivered, the shop has a strict policy that customers must make an appointment to pick up their mask. That way, the masks stay a surprise until the ball. Delivery is an option only if you order the masks ahead of time. Otherwise, you have to send your maid to fetch it for you. With my pickup time just minutes away, I stand outside of the shop and wait. The shopkeeper should be letting me in any minute now, right? Just when I expect the shopkeeper to open the door, the man in midnight and a midnight cloak swoops past me and storms inside first. What? Wasn't this supposed to be my pickup time? Shocked, I try to catch the door before it closes. Did I mix up the schedule? But that's not possible. I triple-checked the appointment time. Does that man simply not know the shop's rules? No, let's not make a scene. Let's just get a look. Without leaving my spot by the shop door, I tried to get a better look at him. He has his hood on, so his face is completely covered. Oh no, what if he's some kind of thief? Thieves wouldn't care about a customer's privacy or making appointments, would they? No. Okay. And again, wouldn't he have tried to steal something by now? Unsure of this strange man, I quietly step inside without waiting for the shopkeeper to let me in. The shopkeeper is nowhere to be seen. The hooded stranger is definitely suspicious as he seems to be sizing up the shop while the shopkeeper is out. Is he really trying to steal something? For that thought, I reach for his cloak, only for him to turn around at the last second. At once the stranger captures my hand as his hood falls to reveal his raven hair. Oh no. I should have known. Did I drop somehow? No, there's had to be a splash screen. Because this kind of feels like maybe possibly might be on it. Oh no. Well, I won't go too much further. Just in case. Just in case. But yeah, I also kind of need a break too. Confirming you're not on the route, you're still in the very early stages of the game. You've got about 4/5 of the common room left. Okay, I was just making sure because I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to make the mistake. Like I made sure to keep that very much in mind, that I was not showing the route. Your Highness, is this some kind of game? If it is, then I want out of it. Honestly, see. Like, what is this? Well, why do we keep meeting? Go away. With all due respect, I'm not the one hiding around town pretending to be some wraith. This also happens to be my appointment for my masks. Your masks? Now I know you're lying. I never said these masks were for myself, Your Highness, which is true. It's common for servants to run errands for our masters as they prepare for your royal events. Did you forget about that? Huh? Huh? They aren't my events. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be hosting any rubbish of the sort, or even be down here trying to collect my own damn mask. Forgive me, but why do you have to pick it up yourself? It's like, you know, you're a prince. You got servants for that, my dude. Surely you have maids and couriers, or even the shopkeeper himself could deliver it to you at the palace. As a matter of fact, he does typically insist on delivering it himself. I just simply told him no this time. Why? There's nothing more unbearable than having an entire palace turn a simple delivery into an entire procession. Do they actually do that? As soon as the shopkeeper arrives with a package, then it's on to a royal supper. Then comes the entertainment. And just when my sanity has had about enough, it's finally time for my mother to insist that I ought to try on the mask with my whole outfit. Also that I can be the one paraded through those dance halls. Even when I can finally escape, I know they'll be preparing to throw a bigger parade from when I don the mask again. At the masquerade ball, you mean? Yes, it's infuriating knowing that even if I can tear these frivolous masks off by the end of the night, I'll still be expected to wear the one I truly disdain. Perhaps he doesn't think I understand the feeling, but I know resentment when I see it. Oh yeah. It's the trapped feeling that comes with questioning every sense of who you really are. Oh my god. This sucks so much. I can't even tell how loud I'm speaking because I can barely hear out of my ears. Oh my god. Being sick sucks. It really does. Sensing his frustration, I try to give him some space by exploring around the shop. Still, I can feel his gaze burning over me. Perhaps I lack your exact perspective, Your Highness, but I do know how painful it can be to live in a world that constantly beats at your existence. And it's all because someone's already made up their mind about your destiny. Do you still have it? Have what, Your Highness? The rose I let you keep. As promised, it's in a vase on my bedside table. It has yet to wilt, so I consider myself very lucky. Callan's sigh sounds a tinge warmer than before. I turn to him, hoping to catch a glimpse of a smile, but I become startled by the sight of a sculpted mask hanging on a gnarled demon head on the wall. Callan, what is that? Oh my goodness. It's horrible. It's so hideous. What are you? Once Callan turns around, he too takes a step back. I've never seen him make one like that. It's got to be for some lurid costume party, no doubt. May even be Callister's or Blur's. I'm still unsure about his name. Wait a minute, you're trembling. Does it really frighten you that much? Oh my gosh. It's not terror I feel. It's sorrow. Why sorrow? Right? But why? Despite trying to fight back his curiosity, he comes up beside me, his cloak brushing against my uniform. Callan fails to notice this as his piercing gaze tries to make sense of my anguish. Do you really not know what that thing represents? Even if I did, I don't know if I can let go of this feeling. What would that be? I don't quite know how to explain it, Your Highness. All I know is that if such a creature existed, it sense that it must have held back a lot of sorrow during its lifetime. That is what we're seeing in its expression, isn't it? Its inner darkness consuming it. More like it's being exorcised from such a darkness. Perhaps that's why I don't consider it such a blasphemous sight. If anything, it's the portrait of a lucky soul. Despite his words, I can't seem to stop trembling. Tell me, what would it take to tear your gaze away from it? How about you look at another mask? Pushing his cloak aside, Callan strides over to a golden half mask of a smiling sun jester. He gives it a leer before trying to hide his face behind it. How about one like this? Am I saying things, or is this bitch really trying to get a laugh out of me? Oh, ow, ow, ow. Ears. Well, finally it seems that you're capable of smiling, Your Highness. I'm certainly not behind this mask. Are you sure? Because it's quite clear from where I'm standing. If you're in a good mood for teasing, then you're certainly not that petrified. Apparently not anymore thanks to your efforts, and your kindness once more. So I don't particularly like gazing upon that mask, but it's becoming easier thanks to Callan. To be standing so close to him, however, only brings my memories of that masquerade night to the surface. I wonder if he ever thinks about that night too. Well, there's only one way to find out, eh? Ask him about it. As Callan slips his hood back on, he makes it a point to brush past me without much of a reaction. Or perhaps he's already forgotten about that night. Just then the shopkeeper finally returns with a bewildered look for each of us. Yeah. How else do you think we got in? Forget it, sir. Just have mine delivered. Besides, she was here first. Oh, so I am a lady. Okay. It was a bit unclear. Just a little bit. The door slams shut behind him. Even as the shopkeeper moves on to my order, I can't help but wonder which mask Callan will choose for when we meet again. Another one? Oh my goodness. This one's really curvy. This the other one was in black, right? I think so. This one's in blue. Okay. My bright-eyed one. Have you ever desired something you've been forbidden to possess? Something so tantalizing? Oh, tantalizing. I'm like, fan? Tantalizing? That you can't help imagine what it'd be like the moment you could lay your fingers on it. I'm sure this is what dreams and tales found in palaces are for some. But would that truly satisfy creatures like us? Why not close your eyes and imagine those nightly whispers in my touch against your silk? Oh, okay, okay. What if we both are... What if what we're both... English is hard, man. What if what we both are longing for is meant to stay forbidden, but it could be the very thing to unlock our deepest pleasures? Answer me this, my bright-eyed one. What am I to do when the forbidden treasure I seek is you? I don't know how to help you there, man. I don't know how to help you. I really don't, but hey, who knows? The only way to know is if, we meet up and find out. I'm trying to think, what is this? Because I have a feeling that there's going to be 3 of these, and each one is for the different love interests. So I'm trying to remember, who was the first one? God damn it. let me just peek back into the VOD so I can compare them a little bit. Again, sorry to derail the stream again. I need to know. Is this it? No. It's earlier. No. Wait. Okay, here we go. So this one didn't even say, like, anything in the beginning. It just went into, like, the body. Let's see. I want to say the first one feels like it could be from there. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just guessing here. Should I forget your words and carry on? Whenever, whenever there's a social tea held at Astralios, there's bound to be much gossip. On a given day, the attendees will receive their private invitations to share tea with the prince and, most importantly, their competition. Oh no, wait, did it? Oh gosh, did it not stay? That is my fault, actually. Hold on. I'm supposed to be pinned. Hold on. Oh no. You know what? I'll just recopy it. Recopy it? It's not a word. Just copy it again and paste it again. Goodness. I'm sorry. That was supposed to be pinned this entire time. Because I was like, hold on, something doesn't seem right. That is my fault. Okay. On a given day, the attendees will receive their private invitations to share tea with the prince and, most importantly, their competition. As luck would have it, both my foster sisters have been invited to this round of tea time. Yet to my own misfortune, Lady Redora insists that they bring me along to help the staff. She thinks that by offering my assistance to the palace, she is giving my sisters a leg up on the competition. Surely the palace finds this to be less of a humble gesture than one of pity. With most of the guests settling in, I help the maids with pouring the Yelira tea. That might be it. Yelira. Okay. While Anemone and Briar catch the sun's rays on their pearl and satin ensembles, there's Lady Lysianthus, that's quite a name, presents herself in a petaled aquamarine gown. Ooh, she sounds kind of pretty. As usual, Lady Lysianthus is like a marine blossom in bloom. I remember seeing her at the ball with a line of noblemen desperate for a dance with her. The next tea I have to pour is for Sir Callister, who has quite the reputation in town. Even the maids back at the Opustari house have uttered his name under their breaths, either in passion or disdain. I do my best to avoid him as I move on to Lady Aurella. Oh, so they did see us. I say us like I was there. I mean, might as well be. Wait, what is Callister doing here anyway? Wait a minute. Wait, is he trying to win the prince over too? I mean, I'm not judging. I am not. I'm just curious. Did he? Hey yo, did we really connect that night? No, not at all. Not at all, I can tell you that. Ooh, scandalous. True though, that is true. Whoever started that rumor, shame on you. Okay, I don't think everybody's like you, Callister. Well, what? I've never seen so many nobles quickly compose themselves. As Callan takes his seat, they all greet him with the same guilty, glittering smile. Hmm. I see that you've all got a secret to bury. I mean, no, let her talk, let her talk. I mean, you don't know. You don't know if he wants to. Maybe he likes to gossip too. Oh, I guess not. Damn. Oh well. There's nothing to talk about. Isn't there something else we could be talking about? Oh no. Not the ice cream truck. Oh. The downsides of having your window open. Like, perhaps if anyone else has recently read Ravindro's new book of sonnets. They really don't care. They really don't. Can we move on? Yeah, unfortunately. It's like the more you tell somebody you shouldn't do that, the more they want to do it. So it's like you're better off just letting them get through it, you know. Oh wait, what are the speculations? Ooh, that is an interesting speculation. I almost dropped my teapot, but I managed to catch it before it crashes into the sugar bowl. Girl. So much for trying to be invisible, I suppose. Ooh. You know what? I think saying clumsiness might be better. My apologies for my clumsiness. I really don't know what came over me just now. Oh. Oh dear. Oh! Did it like momentarily freeze? Sorry about that. Oh, okay. No, it's just one. Okay. I thought we missed a lot. No, don't tell mom. Not for a minute. I could say so much more, but I've already given you Callan another impression of me to live for. Come to think of it, he won't stop staring at me. Right, a quick break, because actually, I do need to get more water. So I'll be right back. We will continue some Alrighty, I'm back. I also got some. She. Why is the game not showing? Oh, there we go. I don't know why the game stopped showing. Alrighty. Did it? No. Did we? I think we read this. Yeah. The Rose Thief. The mask shop. The mask shop. I thought you mentioned the mask shop. Oh god. Sorry. I had a burp. Sorry. Is that where your other mates are at this moment? Listen, I'm sorry. You want me to leave? I can leave. Of course. Of course not. Honestly, I thought she was agreeing with my disdain for this conversation. If she'd smashed the teapot, I would have shared her sentiments. Do you want me to? Like, do you want me to smash this teapot? Because I will. If it's in order. Oh yeah, I didn't realize how tiny I am actually. Just a little bit bigger. No, it's the wrong thing. No. Ah, okay. I'm sorry for like all the stopping. Sorry. I don't detest the theory. I only detest that you came up with it. Yes, I don't know. Theory's fine. It's just the fact that you're the one who came up with it. So it means if somebody else did, he'd be like, oh, that's okay. But because it's him, he's like... The tension in this room is palpable. Something tells me that even if I hadn't made such a commotion, they still would have been short of staring daggers into each other. Even as I head back in line with the other maids, Alan's gaze keeps drifting in my direction. If we so much as made eye contact, I doubt neither Anemone nor Briar would be keeping silent about this to Lady Rhodora. And if that happens, not being able to attend the masquerade again will be the least of my worries. That's so true. I turn around, half expecting for him to show me a full cup. My surprise, it's completely empty. How? I just poured him some. Their tea is supposed to be sipped, not downed in one gulp. Unless you're Callister, I suppose. Holding back my tongue, I bring the teapot over. The entire table goes quiet for a moment, watching me pour Callister's tea. Alan's jaw tightens as he holds nothing back in his glare. Not so sure what he's upset about. He can't possibly be angry that I didn't tell him that I'd be here. Yeah? That'd be absurd. Almost as absurd as how quickly Callister can down his. From the corner of my eye, I spot Callister admiring my view before him, apron and all. Wait. Alan isn't furious with me, he's furious with Callister. For how long has Callister been staring at me? Without thinking, my gaze softens in Callan's direction. If only I could say something more right now. Why don't ya? Oh wait, because you're a maid. That's fine. Who knows if this is the only chance I'd get to speak to Callan before the ball. I don't even know if he wants to meet his mystery guest again. Finishing with Callister's tea, Callan summons me to refill his next. Now it's Callister's turn to shoot glares at Callan. But where did this rivalry even come from? Honestly, same. I mean, maybe they've always been warring, I don't know. But since when do you care? It is, isn't it? How fearsome, how terrifying. Right? It's downright frightening. Well, you might as well be. Well, that's because he was spending his time with me. Of course, I'm more important than a beast terrorizing your palace. Uh-huh. Not even close. These two really have been at it all afternoon, haven't they? And I'm here for it. I am here for it. Only this time I can tell Callister has struck a nerve. He is, isn't he? He's a good-looking slacker. Yo, Briar, do you want some of Lur? I feel like every time I say his name, I'm pronouncing it wrong. How is that, like... I mean, if he feels like it. Well, I don't. Despite what some of you have been led to believe, I don't need Lur's aid to handle this. True. What if you actually do? You never know. At last I slammed the teapot down on the table, because, yes. Ugh. Sometimes I feel like she forgets her place. Like, ma'am, why are you interjecting in their conversation? True. What if he's trying to be honest with you? You ever think about that? If not Lur, I'm more than sure His Highness has other strong compatriots to rely on. No prince should have to fight his battles alone. She said, it doesn't matter what you think, actually. I mean, she's not wrong. I am just a lowly maid. Oh no. I didn't expect the light so soon. Hold on. Trying to quickly swallow my food. Well, what if she's correct about me? Then you deal with that later, not here. Your maid seems to be the only one who understands that my aversion to Sir Lur could have more to do with me already having my own plans set in motion. No, but he will. If some mere mortal maid can trust in my choice of alliances, I would expect far more from you, Sir Callister. Mere mortal maid. Of course, that's all he thinks of when he sees me like this. Just some mortal who happens to understand the society that she serves under. Before anyone can say another word, I grab my teapot and head straight for the door. How many times have I fooled myself into thinking that I can keep living like this? I'm sure that Lady Rodora will have plenty to say when we get home. She sure will. As I walk away, Callan comes storming out of the ballroom alone. He doesn't even wait for the doors to shut behind him as he heaves a sigh, only to spot me by the kitchen door. Where are you going now? To make myself useful elsewhere? Because you know, that's my job. And where might you be going, Your Highness? I'm hoping to do the exact same thing as you. You know, there is someone I could ask. About whether there's an open post here, that is. To work here in the palace? Would that not be better than your current arrangement? I only suggested since, well, I suppose the ideal would be if you wouldn't have to stay as a maid at all. But I'm afraid that would be a whole other case to bring up to the throne. For now, it's best you stay patient until I find a way to change your fate. Since when do you care about my predicament? What is this? Stay away. I'm kidding. With a single nod, Callan heads off in the other direction. I'm left to ponder whether his offer is one I'll ever hear from. Oh my god, letter number 3. Oh. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there was the second one. He's the third. Because this feels very formal, very him. Yeah, this feels very him. You. You keep entering my mind. Okay, so the first one might be Vera. The second one. Okay. Maybe I should have. Damn, if I knew, I would have. I'm so sorry. I don't understand this. I try to go on about my day, but you keep invading my thoughts. What else will you be capable of doing to me next? At times I ponder whether I should even be sharing such thoughts with you. But the more I see of you, the stronger my need becomes. Okay. Okay. I want to know more about you. What led you here? What do you seek? Despite your attempts to hide in the shadows, you're only inviting me to bring you out into the moonlight. Don't think I'll be letting you stay in the darkness for much longer. I have every intention to find you. He really said that. Oh, horror. You know what? I'll just do the same thing. Choose the bottom. Should I lurk in the corridors until you find me? There's another one? I wish it wouldn't come to this, but I see that you have no intention to return my sentiments. Of course not. Of course not. That heart already belongs to somebody else. Sorry. Call me the fool for expecting an answer, but maybe it's for the best. Perhaps you even know more than you lead on? Let on. Sorry, let on. And have already made up your mind about me. I can't deny that this reality will forever leave me with questions. But I know I shouldn't deny your heart's right to choose another path. If only such a path could have ever led to me, sorry. Thank you for the head. Hi, King. Pretty sure you're just stopping by as usual, yeah? Thank you. But I should no longer be so selfish. Take this as my well wishes and my farewell. And so yeah, that's where we end, guys, with nobody. Listen, if I knew that the last one was gonna be him, I would have accepted the middle one. See, I didn't know if I knew. You like checking in on me? Thank you. Well, you came in at the right time to see me not be successful in winning anybody. That's how it be. But it's okay. But I'm pretty sure, if we had, like, accepted it, it would take us to the route, and obviously, I can't go any farther than that. So you know what? Getting this kind of ending is fine. That's fine. Oh, it actually sends me back to the beginning, but I think we will stop here with this though. So, yeah, pretty sure, whoever you picked, you would essentially get to, you know, meet them at the ball, get more acquainted with them, and start their route. That's what I'm pretty much assuming. So, I think we'll call it here. Okay. It starts. Then we go back to the main menu. Yes. Yeah, that's fine. You're too good for that. I am. I'm too good for all of them. Okay. But if you guys do want to know who I would have ended up picking, Blur, like I said, I have a weakness for long-haired men, but I will say Mayra also seemed pretty interesting as well. Not to say that Callan wasn't, it's just his archetype isn't usually my go-to. I mean, granted, I also don't normally go for the teasing, playful, flirty kind of guy, but he's so handsome. But yeah, this is going to be the end of. So I should go here. I'm just talking about, like, in terms of 2D guys. In terms of 3D guys, you know, real life guys, doesn't really matter to me, as long as you're. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But you can always try playing again and testing different endings. Unfortunately, I cannot, because I am under content embargo. So, as I said, depending on whose letter I decide to accept, I go meet with them at the masquerade and end up on their route. And basically, I can only play up until I get to the splash screen of the route. So, like I said, basically ending there is actually pretty good. So, yeah, I will probably. Oh, it sucks. I didn't know because coming at that. Oh no, I don't blame you. Oh, I ended at 1/3 of the common route. Oh. But think of it this way: if I leave off here, it'll leave people wondering what would have happened if I accepted somebody's letter. Yeah. To make people want to play. Yeah. Guess you could wait until embargo ends. Thanks for playing. Of course, I really enjoyed it. Because I was wondering why I was seeing so much of Callan. I'm like, what happened to Mira? What happened to her? And I was like, oh, I realized because I declined their letter. That's why. But yes, I am looking forward to actually playing more of this when content embargo is over. And I can have my wonderful fantasy with Blair. I'm telling you, the moment I saw him, I was like, that's the man I want. Like, I didn't even look at anybody else. I was like, I need him. I need him in my life. But I will probably play this again off stream. Just to see what other choices lead to. Is there a hose you off ready? No. No. Because I don't need to be hosed off. To pull me down? Listen, I'm not that down bad yet. Not yet. But yes, guys, you should definitely go wishlist Moondusk Masquerade, because I believe on August 18th it'll be available for everybody to play then. But until then, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. The full game is releasing August 18th, right? If I'm recalling the details correctly. So yeah, if any of these wonderful love interests interested you, go ahead and wishlist it. Yes, August 18th. It's great. So it's actually not going to be that long of a wait, actually. Only 7 days, actually. I'll just have to try my darndest to not get impatient to want to stream it. So you guys can see me be absolutely down bad for lure. Little big thing you can enjoy. Yes. Yes. But, alright. Going to end it here, at least for Moondusk Masquerade. I will do a little bit of just yapping just to see how I feel if I want to do killer chat, but I'm already leaning towards no. Like I said, I've been sneezing and having runny nose issues since the start, so I might just be like, you know what, fudge it. I'm gonna just end stream it. Hope tomorrow will be better. Because again, getting over my sickness, but man, I'm actually really glad I got to do this today. Have a wonderful evening. I'll go rest some others. You get some rest. I noticed your voice was a little off. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of stream, I had been sick all weekend, but checked my temp today and it said I no longer had a fever. Well, it was a very low fever, but a fever nonetheless. So, I'm in recovery right now. But yeah, you know what? I think I will end stream. I think I will go to sleep. No! Because I've been doing enough of that the entire weekend. I'm ready to, you know, watch some anime, get some more work done for my visual novel, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Dang it. I really did want to play Killer Chat. What else did I want to say? I feel like I wanted to say something else, but I forgot. Oh. Why did I forget? This always happens. I have something I want to say, and then I forget it, and then I can't remember it for the life of me. Oh, you know what I will say though? Nochi Studios does have plenty of other games you can play. And like I mentioned, one of them that I played before was Plastic Trick. Didn't play it in like full, but they have a plethora of other games that you can play. So if you want to, you know, bide your time waiting for Moondusk Masquerade to come out in full, you can play some of their other games like Sifting Time, Somnium 11, Untold Atlas, Sweet Core Brews, Plastic Trick, Stellifear, and Love Cult. And so, with that, I will say goodbye, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Reciteer. So yes, technically, usually Tuesdays are supposed to be for Octopath Traveler, but I figured since usually Octopath Traveler does get hoed in terms of not getting streamed because, like, for some reason, I'd switch it up and hope to high heaven that if something does happen tomorrow, it'll be Reciteer that doesn't get played, and I can continue Octopath Traveler this week. And yes, also on Friday, I'll be doing Deltarune. I'll be trying to beat that mini-boss that for some reason I just really suck at. Because I was really going through it last Friday. I really was. I was going through it because like I would always get so close and then just goddamn thing. But all right, let me actually finish like end stream or end up yapping even more. All right, bye guys. See you tomorrow. Hopefully, God willing. And have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever time it is for you.